The Patriot League Anaconda Player of the Week in men's basketball was Vlad Moldoviano. The American forward earned his second straight Player of the Week award after leading the Eagles to 3 victories last week. He scored 11 points and pulled down 7 rebounds in a 57-44 victory at Albany on Monday. Then he posted a season-high 31 points, shooting 9 of 15 and 6 of 7 from beyond the arc in a 65-58 victory over Maryland Eastern Shore on Wednesday. Moldoviano also scored 22 points and pulled down 7 rebounds in an 82-72 victory against Florida Atlantic on Saturday. For the week, Moldoviano averaged 21.3 points and 6.3 rebounds per game. He becomes only the second player in Patriot League history to open the season with 2 consecutive Player of the Week awards. The Patriot League Anaconda Rookie of the Week was J.J. Avila of Navy. The freshman forward filled the stat sheet in Navy's 4 games last week, averaging 6.3 points and 6.8 rebounds per game. His best performance came in Navy's lone victory last week when he scored 6 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 blocks, and 2 steals in a 74-62 win over Newman on Tuesday. He becomes the first Navy player to earn the Patriot League Anaconda Rookie of the Week award since 2008. The Patriot League Anaconda Player of the Week in women's basketball was Angela Myers of Navy. The 2-time defending Defensive Player of the Year has proven she's an offensive force as well for the 3-1 midshipman. Myers averaged 16 points per contest last week, leading Navy to a 1-1 record with a 5-point victory over Harvard and a loss to Villanova during the Navy Classic. She tallied a game-high 13 points against the Wildcats and added a team-best 19 points in a win over the Crimson. She shot 11 of 23 last week as she was named to the Navy Classic All-Tournament team. For the second straight week, the Patriot League Anaconda Rookie of the Week in women's basketball is Shelby Romine. The Bucknell freshman led the Bison in scoring in both of their contests last week, scoring 9 against Fordham and 21 against Buffalo. For the week, she averaged 15 points and 4.5 rebounds while picking up 2 assists and 1 steal. She shot 48% from the field while going 3 for 4 from beyond the 3-point arc. Romine has led the 1 and 2 Bison in scoring in all 3 of her team's games this season, becoming the first Bucknell Bison freshman to accomplish that feat. She currently leads the team in points per game with 15.7. Jeremy Hentz capped a career-high 19-point night with a half-court buzzer beater to lift Army to a 63-60 victory at NJIT on Thursday. The Black Knights held a 60-54 lead with 2:12 left before NJIT rallied to tie the score. NJIT missed a shot to take the lead and Army gained possession with 3.7 seconds left to lead to Hentz's half-court heave that gave the Black Knights a victory in their first road contest of the year. Lehigh appeared to be on its way to 2-1, but instead fell to 1-2 after Monmouth ended the game with a 6-1 run in the final minute to come away with a 69-68 victory. The Mountain Hawks led by 9 points at halftime, fell behind by 7 in the second half, and then put together an 18-5 run to take a 65-59 lead with 3:39 left to play. Monmouth tied the game at 68-68 with 17 seconds left and eventually took the lead for good. Michael Ojo led all scorers with a career-high 23 points, while C.J. McCollum added 19 and Gabe Knutson scored 12. Colgate took home the top team in the country and left with a 110-58 loss at number 1 Duke. The Blue Devils built an 18-point lead at halftime and pulled away throughout the second half. Yao Gaiwu led the Raiders with 9 points, while Mike Venezia had 8. Navy opened its weekend at the 2K Sports Classic and fell to the host UC Irvine 75-60. Navy fell behind by 16 at halftime and as many as 24 in the second half, but was never able to cut the deficit to single digits after that point. Greg Brown led the Mids with a career-high 21 points, while Jordan Sugars scored 12. The American Eagles at 4-0 are off to their fastest start since the 1985-86 season after an 82-72 victory at Florida Atlantic on Saturday. Vlad Moldoviano and Stephen Lumpkins each scored a team-high 22 points. Lumpkins also had a double-double. American took a 47-30 lead at halftime, but Florida Atlantic cut it to 69-68 with 3:22 left. The Eagles answered with a layup by Lumpkins and a pair of free throws by Moldoviano, and the Eagles scored the final 7 points to pull away and win. Army won on the road for the second time in 3 days as the Black Knights pulled off a 76-66 victory at Bryant. Julian Simmons matched a career high with 30 points, while Ella Ellis scored 14. Jeremy Hentz added 10 points in the win. Army held a 41-32 lead at halftime, but Bryant rallied to take the lead with under 8 minutes to go. Bryant held a 1-point advantage with 4:46 left when Chris Welker and Simmons hit back-to-back three-pointers to ignite a 13-0 run that put the Black Knights ahead for good. Simmons scored 8 points during that stretch. The Bison fell at St. Francis of Pennsylvania 68-67 on Saturday. Bucknell fell behind by 10 points at half and 13 in the second half, but came all the way back to take the lead with 3:37 left. St. Francis scored the next 6 points to regain the advantage, but Bucknell once again climbed back to get it to 68-67 with 54 seconds left. The Bison had the ball with the chance to win, but were unable to get the shot off and fell for the third time this year on the road. G.W. Boone led the Bison with 24 points off the bench, while Mike Muscala scored 22. Holy Cross dropped a 55-52 contest at New Hampshire on Saturday, but did rally from 10-point deficit early in the second half to get back into the game. Devin Brown put the Crusaders ahead 52-51 with less than a minute to play with back-to-back hoops. The Wildcats, however, hit the eventual game-winning three-pointer with 33 seconds to go. Brown led the Crusaders with 16 points, and Mike Cavateo scored 11. Lafayette went up against one of the nation's best in number 6 Villanova, but fell 86-41 on Saturday. Senior forward Jared Mitz led the Leopards with 12 points. Navy dropped its second straight game of the 2K Sports Classic in Irvine, California with an 80-65 loss to Louisiana Tech. Jordan Sugars led the Mids with 11 points, while Mike Veazey and J.J. Avila each scored 10. Navy was back in action on Sunday, but lost in the final game of the 2K Sports Classic in Irvine, California, as a second-half run proved to be the difference in a 75-70 loss to Seattle. Navy trailed by 6 points at halftime, but used a 10-0 run to take a 4-point lead, and still held a 51-47 advantage with less than 8 minutes to play. But Seattle put together a 9-0 run to take the lead for good. Lehigh won a matchup of the defending champions of the Patriot League and the Ivy League on Monday as the Mountain Hawks claimed a 60-57 win against Cornell at home. Lehigh received a huge game from preseason Patriot League Player of the Year C.J. McCollum, who recorded his 5th double-double with 20 points and tied a career high with 13 rebounds. Lehigh built an 11-point lead early in the first half, but Cornell rallied and the game went back and forth for most of the night. With the score tied at 53, McCollum buried a three-pointer with 1:03 left to put the Mountain Hawks in front for good. Michael Ojo also scored 11 points as Lehigh won its 8th straight home game. Bucknell won in much easier fashion at the CBE Classic Sub-Regional in Harrisonburg, Virginia, taking a 20-point lead at halftime and coasting to a 71-47 victory over Presbyterian. The Bison effectively put the game away with a 16-4 run to close the first half, and they led by as many as 27 points in the second half. Daryl Shazier had an outstanding game overall, scoring 16 points and pulling down 5 rebounds. He also had 5 assists. Brian Cohen had 10 points and a team-high 7 rebounds. Holy Cross fell in its game at Boston College 69-54 on Monday. Holy Cross played well in the first 25 minutes and trailed by just 1 until Boston College pulled away with a 12-0 run to take a 48-35 lead with 13:10 left. The Crusaders cut it to 8 points with 5:53 left to play, but the Eagles went on another 12-0 run to seal the win. 4 Holy Cross players finished in double figures as R.J. Evans tallied 12 points and Andrew Bynert and Devin Brown each scored 11. Andrew Keister scored 10. Megan Pearson scored 15 points off the bench, and Sarah Jones pitched in with 13 as Villanova defeated Navy 54-41 in the Navy Classic Friday evening in Annapolis. Angela Myers was the only mid to finish in double figures with 13 points. Myers also dished out 4 assists. The midshipmen bounced back Saturday with a 65-60 win over Harvard to conclude the Navy Classic. Angela Myers led all scorers with 19 points while dishing out 4 assists. She also had 4 steals. Cassie Considine added 11 points and blocked 3 shots, including one with 17 seconds left to help secure the win. Lakeisha Wright scored 21 points for Lafayette, but Liberty had 4 players hit double digits in a 64-52 win over the Leopards. Lauren Jackson added 9 points and 3 steals for Lafayette against the defending Big South champions. Wright now has 999 points and is on the doorstep of joining Lafayette's and the Patriot League's 1,000-point club. Krista Moser led the Raiders with 15 points, and Jasmine Lynch had 13, but Colgate still fell 70-65 to Canisius and Hamilton. Kendra Brim added 11 points off the bench for the Raiders. The Griffs led by as many as 21 points in the first half before the Raiders cut it to 10 at halftime. Brim nailed a three-pointer with 1:36 left to cut the lead to 64-62, but the Griffs countered with 6 straight points to put the game away. Erin Anthony posted her first double-double of the season with 11 points and a game-high 17 rebounds, but Army fell 52-43 at Fairleigh Dickinson. Senior guard Nalini Hawkins scored 8 points and collected 7 rebounds. The Knights led by 3 at halftime, but eventually fell behind by 18 in the second half. Meredith Ward led Holy Cross with 10 points off the bench, but it wasn't enough as Fordham ran away with a 67-36 win in the Bronx. The Rams held a 45-29 advantage on the boards and shot nearly 43% from the field, while the Crusaders shot 27.8% and only hit 1 of 15 3-point attempts. The Rams outscored Holy Cross 30-14 in the paint and 25-8 off of turnovers. American fell to number 21 Maryland on Sunday as the Terrapins opened up with a 23-3 run and eventually won 78-52 in College Park. Lisa Strack and Alexis Dobbs paced the Eagles with 13 points apiece off the bench, while Michelle Kirk tallied 8 points and 5 rebounds. Freshman Shelby Romine scored a career-high 21 points, but it wasn't enough as Bucknell fell 72-53 to Buffalo. Buffalo's Courtney Brown led all scorers with 24 points, and she also grabbed 9 rebounds. For the Bison, Romine became the first freshman in school history to lead the team in scoring in their first 3 games. Princeton opened with a 9-2 run against Lehigh and never let go, winning 69-52 on Sunday. Emily Grouch scored a team-high 14 points, while Erica Prosser added 11.